Welcome back to Josh's Place. Let's see. So I told you guys about the sobriety thing. So I guess now we're to the point where I'm telling you about my celibacy. Uh, I guess it's not really like for some people. I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. But for people that actually indulge in having a sex life, it is it's something, you know. Um, so after I got sober, like 6 months after I got sober, I met up with a lady. It went too fast for one thing. Like I was trying to get to know her as a person and not engage in sex with her, and just to get to know her kind of thing. But then after a couple of days, it turned out that she was like she knew I was sober, but she was off drinking, and I believe she was messing with some some meth too. Um, which that was a no go for me because I had just been sober for 6 months, and that's the path I was on as being sober. So I figured, well, if I'm still attracting the kind of women that want to have like a sex drug relationship, maybe I should just take sex out of the equation completely. And I did, and that was a interesting conversation I had with myself. I was thinking maybe along the way there would be a lady friend that I would actually fall for and want to be with. Um, so that was the thing, was like I'd be celibate unless I found a woman that was actually like I felt a connection with. So along the way, I did meet like uh, I haven't really. I like the more I think about it, the more I realized there was more women that were like into me and wanted more from me. So I don't know if it's around like 6 or 7 women that kind of was being friends with me, and soon then once we got around each other, it turned into more they were wanting to just have fun with me, like hey, let's fool around kind of thing. And it's like, oh, and every time it happened I was like, dang. Like, why can't we just get to know each other? Why does sex have to be a part of the equation for? And I get it, like uh being sexually compatible is one thing, but it doesn't have to be the first thing. It doesn't have to be the first thing you find out about somebody if you're sexually compatible with them or not. Um, it made me think, okay, that's just that's who they are kind of thing, and it's not. And typically, when from my experience with the women that um, uh, I called them potential soulmates, I guess you'd say. Once they showed me that they were more into just fooling around, I guess finding out if we were sexually compatible or not. Um, yeah, that's when like I would say no. And the thing about telling a female, like when a guy tells a female, "Nah, I don't want to have sex with you," from my experience, they take it as a rejection. Like they feel rejected, and most of them like got a little bit upset about it, and didn't then they turned their head up to me and be like, "Whatever, dude," kind of thing. And then if I try talking to them like as a friend, they just make me out to be some kind of like uh person they didn't want to be around. Like there's something wrong with me because I didn't want to have sex with them. So they pretty much made me out to be a kind of like a freak in a way that, oh, you don't want to have sex. And I'm just like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you want to make me out to be something that I'm not, okay. Which um the one that really did that was the last one. Like, I was talking to her for like 7 years, and for some weird reason she thought I was like the whole celibacy thing and being sober thing. She made it seem like I was just, it was just like some kind of game or something, and like I was putting on a front, like that's who I was in public kind of thing. But when being around her, I was supposed to be a sexual uh druggie basically. It's what it turned out to be, because then she decided to make me out to be some kind of stalker. And then um she actually came walking around my place, and like after she got her uh protective order or whatever, she came and like was harassing me, like walking around my old place where I used to stay, where she knew I was staying at, and she was like yelling things out at me. And I didn't realize it until like my mom came pick me up and took me to like the store, and on the way back, that's when I realized it was her. And when we parked the car and I got out, it was all of a sudden you hear pedophile, pedophile, pedophile. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, okay, I don't know why you want to make me out to be a pedophile when I wouldn't have sex with you. But yeah, that's typically how that happens if you're celibate and you actually tell a woman no. Um, Not all of them. Like, there was one that thought it was a game, and I told her friend, no, it's not a game. I'm not trying to play hard to get or anything. I really am celibate. And I, she let her friend know that, and that was a cool thing. Like, they were uh, protest activists, trying to make a better world for the world to come, kind of thing. Um, See, like, so not all of them were like that, which is, you know, that's what I was. It was good to know that they're not all like that, but I guess a lot of them are. But after 10 years of being celibate, it's like I felt like I had accomplished something for myself, and at the same time discovered what it meant to other people for you to actually be celibate. And I won't lie, like a lot of those women I turned away and said no to, I really would have wouldn't mind to have had a sexual relationship with, but I had to be true to myself, and that's what I did. That was my experience with being celibate. Till next time, take it easy. Peace be with.